So this is going to be part of my Disney Hitler World War II series. So this is a simple picture showing you Hitler on the left and Walt Disney on the right. Now the picture of Hitler will remain the same. Picture of Disney changes and we get 69%. Alright, let's try something else. Let's change Hitler on the left and put Disney, change of Disney on the right, 55%. Same Hitler on the left, a new Disney on the right, 66%. One more, and this one really seals the deal. Hitler on the left, Disney on the right, 72%. So many people will say, oh, that's crazy. No, it isn't. Because Disney was busting into the film industry and could mass produce propaganda for both sides. In other words, playing Hitler was quite a interesting thing that he did, and we can talk a little more about the tactics that were done to create the image of the boogeyman, namely Adolf Hitler, by Walt Disney. Now, Disney's a master at creating fictional characters, and Disney knew the secret of getting the audience to identify with the character. So in this case, the audience had to identify with an evil villain, Adolf Hitler. Then, of course, there were a few other evil villains to accompany him, but basically if you can get one good evil villain, you can have a world war. Now, what else is interesting is that both have a mustache, and the mustache of Hitler is called a toothbrush mustache. Now, Hitler, the character that is, in the movies that were given to people as real war, was a composition of excellent movie script writers. But the character needed some identifying feature so that you would look at that identifying feature and pretty much ignore the rest of the face. And of course that would be the toothbrush mustache. So we have to go back to the one who's most famous for that, and that would be Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin was extremely famous for the toothbrush mustache. Now Chaplin will come out with his great theatrical hit, The Tramp, and it will be so successful that people, when they went to Halloween parties or costume parties, the men all wanted to dress as the Tramp, and then of course put on that mustache. But there's more to the story, as Paul Harvey would say. Now, supposedly, the stupid explanation that's given to you about Hitler's mustache is that when he was in World War I, he was asked to trim his mustache. You can read this whole thing for yourself. But the general idea is that it came from World War I. And Hitler just loved that idea of trimming his mustache so that his gas mask would fit. Now that's the hoax story. Now what's the truth? The truth is he got it from Charlie Chaplin. And yes, he hung out with Charlie Chaplin, because Charlie Chaplin was his idol. Disney here on the right Charlie Chaplin on the left. Charlie Chaplin was his idol. And Charlie Chaplin helped him to break into film. In fact, Chaplin insisted that before any of his feature films were shown, he wanted a Disney cartoon to be shown prior to the showing of the feature film. Sorry about these ads in there, but anyhow, you can read this article and you will discover that Chaplin and Disney were pretty good buddies, which means that in honor of his buddy, Disney, in honor of his buddy, Charlie Chaplin, will take the toothbrush mustache and turn that into a far more leading character than Charlie Chaplin's The Tramp. So in a way, it was a theatrical trick, and then in another way, it was honoring his film hero, Charlie Chaplin. So they're at the racetrack here in 1939. I think there's a colorized photo of them here. I believe it's 1939. Two of them, yep, hanging out in the racetrack at 1939. So there you have it. Back to the picture with Hitler on the left and Chaplin, Disney on the right. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching. End of video. Stay tuned for more on the Disney Hitler World War II series.